Hey happy people. So today we are going to make some barbecue baked beans. It is summertime, cookout time, grilling time, just those type of dishes. So we are going to get started like normal. I don't got a lot of talking to do, just making barbecue baked beans. Alright, so to get started here, I have my skillet already heating up here. It has about a tablespoon of grapeseed oil in there. And I have here, these are the trumpet mushrooms. I have used these before. If you go check out the bacon video, that's what the trumpet video mushrooms are. But today I'm going to try to give a bacon flavor, but I'm not going to do the whole process of what I did in that video. These are just the trumpet mushrooms diced up. This is about a half a cup, and I put some liquid smoke in there. Today we are using the Wright's All Natural Hickory Smoke. So we're going to put this in here with our oil. So we're going to let these cook up, flavor our oil here. Give us that kind of barbecue grill flavor there. A little bacon substitute. Alright, so our bacon pieces here have browned up. Now we're going to add, I have one whole bell pepper and one whole green onion. One whole bell pepper, one whole onion. They were small, medium size. Saute these down, get our bell peppers all nice and soft here. Alright, so our bell peppers here and our onions have cooked down a little bit, so now we're going to move on. We got onions jumping out the pot. Alright, so now we're going to move on. I have, this is 1/3 cup of the mushroom broth. I do have a video for that too. If you don't have mushroom broth, you can use your veggie broth, you can use water. It is interchangeable. This is just going to give us a little bit more flavor. And I got here 1/3 cup of the alkaline no soy sauce. I'll throw that in there. That's going to be our Worcestershire. Did I say it right? Worcestershire? Something like that. Sauce. I don't think nobody can actually say that right. The person who invented that, I need to hear them say it. Alright, then I got, this is 1 tablespoon of the liquid smoke. And we got, in this bowl here, I have, this is 1/2 cup of tomato paste and 1/2 cup of the alkaline ketchup. Did I make a video for the ketchup? I don't think I did, but you can get it at MrStayHappy.com. All these alkaline products that you hear me speak of. The no soy sauce, the ketchup, and the tomato paste, all can be picked up at MrStayHappy.com. I will put a link to that in the description box below. We also have 1 cup of the thick and sweet alkaline barbecue sauce. This too can be picked up at MrStayHappy.com. There is a video for, I have done a video for this one. I've done a video for the soy sauce too. So if you don't have them, you can go check out those videos, make them yourself. But if you want it for convenience, just go to MrStayHappy.com. Alright, so now I'm going to stir this in here. Let our tomato paste dissolve in there. Now we're going to add our sweetness here. I have, this is 1 cup of date sugar. Ooh, turn that down. So we're ready. 1 cup of date sugar and a 1/4 cup of agave. I just put them in the same bowl. I did not feel like wasting another bowl. And in this little bowl here we have this is 2 teaspoons of not so garlic powder, not the mince this time. We have 1/4 of a teaspoon of hickory smoked sea salt and 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice and 1/2 of a teaspoon of hickory smoked sea salt. Let me just run the ingredients right there for y'all so y'all won't be confused, because that was confusing, right? Alright, now we're going to stir this in. I'm going to use my spatula for this. Especially for the date sugar. Even though I like to put it in the blender and blend it up to make it a little finer, it still is sticky. I mean, still clump up together. It's get stuck together now. Trying to heat back up a little bit there. If it's too thick, you can use a little more water, broth, veggie broth, whatever you got there. But you don't want it to be too thick. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook here for about 5 minutes before we add the rest of our last ingredient here. So, I'll be back in 5 minutes. 2, 3. Alright, I'm back. It has been cooking here for about 5 minutes. And you can see it's starting to bubble up, pop. So now we're going to add the star of the show. This is the brown or red. It just depends on what brand you get them from. Some of them are called brown chickpeas. Some of them are called red chickpeas. Depends on where you get them from. But they all tend to come out looking the same after they've been cooked. These are our chickpeas. And I have 3 cups of these here. I have used these before in the red beans and rice video. And we're just going to stir these in. We can pretty much turn this off at this point because the sauce is pretty hot. Look at that. Don't that already look like some baked beans there? We ain't finished it. Alright, so at this point, taste it, adjust it to whatever your soul say yes to. Add more soy sauce, less soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, whatever. Add more or less seasoning. Well, you can't take away after you already put it in there, but add more seasonings if you like. This is a pretty standard recipe for me, so I already know it's pretty much what I like, so I don't have to taste it. Alright, so now on to our second part here. So I got a casserole dish here, and we are going to fill this up with the baked beans here, and we're going to put it in the oven. I need something to hold that with. Alright, so now I'm just going to pour this all in here, as much as I can get. Alright, spread that out. Alright, so now we're going to cover this. Alright, for us alkaline people, I've had this question. How do you cover things in the oven if it doesn't have a top? Most of the time you would use foil. What do you use? Because parchment paper does not stick. use both. Use parchment paper and the foil. You're going to use the parchment paper to keep the foil from touching your food, but you're going to use the foil to keep the parchment paper down. Fold it up there so your parchment paper doesn't touch your rack in your oven. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so my oven is already heated to 350. This is going to go in the oven from about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. It just depends on how hot your oven gets, if your liquid starts evaporating too fast. If it's starting to bubble over, I would take the foil and parchment paper off, give it let it dry out a little bit. But in about an hour, I'm going to check this, make sure it's okay, make sure it's not sticking to the bottom, and then I'll adjust from there whether I need to take the foil and parchment paper off or leave it on. But basically, you just want this to cook through, want your sauce to be to absorb a little bit into the beans there, and like I say, 1.5 hours to about 2 hours of this. I'll be back. Alright, so I am back. It has been 1.5 hours. I did take the cover off at about 1 hour and 15 minutes, so it will just condense down there. I've let it cool just a little bit so I can handle it. But here is our baked beans. Let y'all get that. But I'll try to show y'all something. I guess I need the plate, huh? Let me give a plate. Alright, got my little salsa here, so we're just gonna still hot and steamy. Alright, y'all see that? There's a lot of steam coming off of that. But that is our barbecue baked beans. Now, if you want it to get a little drier, you can let it go for a little longer. If you don't want it to be as dry, take it out in about 1 hour. But that is it, y'all. That's how I make my barbecue baked beans. I don't really need to taste it, but I'll taste it on camera for y'all. It's hot. Got that barbecue hickory, sweet taste. Alright, so that is it for me, you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, share. You know, all the alkaline ingredients that I use, the barbecue sauce, the the sweet and thick barbecue sauce, the no soy sauce, the not so garlic, and the tomato paste, and the alkaline ketchup. They are all on the Mr. Stay Happy website right there, and I will put it in this description box below. Some of them I do have videos on, like the soy sauce and the tomato paste. And the garlic. So if you don't have them, you can go watch those videos, make those, but you can just pick them up at MrStayHappy.com. So that is it for me, y'all, and until the next video, stay happy.